purchase this game. Like I said, it is about 60. I just bought it the other day, 2 days ago. I paid $64.08. That's the exact amount I paid for this game. Now, to some people, the first Destiny wasn't so much, you know, ooh, you know, it's a great game. You know, some people actually grinded it and grinded it and grinded it. So the difference, I think, between the first and the second one is really just different things. Honestly, just a little different. The game plays just like the first one. To me, it feels like a copy and paste with different loot. So what they did was they came up with a different idea, do a different storyline that would go along with kind of the first one, which really, if you buy Destiny 2 and you haven't played Destiny 1, honestly, you will learn the storyline way faster in this. You won't really get like the Taken King, you know, none of that stuff from the last raids, but nothing really transfers over. Nothing actually does transfer over. So in doing so, you're really not making a different change. It's kind of like the same situations. Like, say, right now, where am I? I'm at the tower. This is the tower. This is the direct order, so this shows you where you are. See this? This is the tower. I'm at the tower. It's not that much of a change. What happens, you beat the game, and the tower unlocks again. And right now, there is actually a way, it's just like, 3 of coins. 3 of coins, or I think something along those kind. I think it's like the 3... something coins. Okay, there's something in the first Destiny. I totally forgot the name of it, but it would give you a higher chance of getting exotics and legendaries from doing different things. Right now, there's something called these things right over here. The fire team, exact same kind of thing, but this lasts for 4 hours. The other one lasted for whatever strike or whatever you're gonna do. You can use it only on one thing before you take down a boss. So, like, say if I was to take down a boss right now, I would use the coins and then I'd kill the boss. Then it would give me a chance of getting all that stuff. Compared to the first one as well is the shaders. The shaders, this is what it looks like. You get these pieces of the shaders, like say I have 2, 4, 3, all these different ones. Like right here I have 11. I have 11 of these, and I have 8 of those. I have 6 of those. You have to put them on each individual piece of armor. So like if I wanted my helmet changed, see, like this. So if I wanted my helmet changed, I'd go over here and like go here. I could preview it just to see if I would like it beforehand, but it does cost quite a bit to change it. Like if I wanted this, like I don't think you can take off the shader. Maybe if I apply a shader that was on here, but yeah, so it's kind of a different bit. It's kind of bleh, like if you don't really, because there's not going to be a certain piece of gear you want to keep this on. Like say right now I could change all this gear into one shader. I would be happy with it, but 15 to 20 minutes I'm gonna get better gear to put on, especially if it's not an exotic where I can just infuse it with that legendary to keep the shader, and it's just different, you know. Let's talk about PvP though. So I've been playing PvP for about 2.5 hours with my friend. He actually just got off, and in those 2 hours I gained 3 exotics and 8 legendaries, and the rest were blues. The blues weren't good. I wasn't getting higher power level or anything like that, but out of those 8 legendaries, these are part of the legendaries, by the way. These ones right here, these all legendaries came from it, as well as this one right here and this one. All these are from playing Crucible. However, I did use the Fire Team Medallion in those 2 hours. It gives you 4 hours, and it actually does tell you when it does expire. Like right here, it'll tell you. So I still have 1 hour and 36 minutes, and it does count down while you're playing the game. So, you know, I'm kind of wasting it-ish, but I have so many over here. I bought so many. And the reason is because it gives you increases, double XP gains, and loot. for you and your members of your fire team, or match from strikes and public events and the Crucible. So whoever's around me when I'm doing public events will get this medallion on them, as well as in the Crucible my team will get it, and the strikes, whoever's playing with me with strikes will get it. This is the best way to get exotics, and I think the fastest way, because you can actually go around different places, like if you go to IO or different things like that. Like say if I wanted to go to Earth right now, see, I click into Earth, I pick where I want to spawn. Say I wanted to spawn right here, because this is active. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and spawn there, and there's random chests here and there. There's the gold ones, and then there's just the random ones that will spawn. You can still get exotics from those, believe it or not. I did watch a video the other day of my friend. He recorded it, and he got 3 exotics. Okay, they were all different chests in about 3 hours. No, I think it was actually 4.5. I think he said 4.5, but you know, in those 4.5 hours he got 3 exotics. Yes, 4.5 hours is a lot to grind the game and go through the game, get chests here and there and there and there and there, you know, but he got the exotics. Now, right now there's only 26 exotics in the game. I don't have the list in front of me. I can't tell you what every single name and what kind of gun and, you know, item it is, but there's 26 different ones. Now, 26 different ones is kind of, you know, it's kind of like an iffy thing, like, oh, maybe if I don't do this, I won't be able to make it, you know. But exotics, you know, if you're playing with a friend and he gets a legendary or an exotic, don't get mad at him for getting that, because believe it or not, when you get it, he'll probably be mad at you and everything. But you know, it's kind of fair. You're grinding, you're both trying to get the best stuff, so don't be an asshole to each other. Like, it's a great scenario right now where me and my friend were just playing. Okay, I got an exotic, he got an exotic, we were both happy for each other, right? Yeah, we were. But in the end, he was upset with me because I got a better exotic. I actually got a gun and he got boots. So, I don't know. He's kind of iffy on it. He was like, you know, why'd I get boots? You got a gun. He wasn't happy at all. But still, it's just like, hold on guys, I'm trying to concentrate on getting this thing down so it can become a heroic. There it goes. Okay, sweet. Sweet. Now it'll become a heroic event. Oh my lord. So, I mean, when you get good things, be happy for yourselves, you know? Obviously, you have to, because you're grinding the game just about as much as your friend at that moment in time. Yes, maybe he's a little bit older, so he spends a little bit more time in the game because he has the time. If he's not at work, you know, if he's not doing anything else, you know, that's his choice to sit here and grind out the game. Except you don't get to do, you know, you don't get the freedom of just, alright, let me be the person to, you know, take the day off work and grind out the game. It's different for everybody on how much time you want to spend in the game. But you know, it's like I said, it's all with what you want to do with your time. Now, if you want to sit here and spend hours on Destiny trying to get the better gear than your friend, feel free, okay? I'm not going to stop you. I hope your parents don't stop you, because it's not, I mean, but, you know, like I said, we're going to go through why and if it is worth the $60. And maybe a long video, it may not be a long video, but I need to kill invisible things. But you know what I mean? It's like, I really don't want to do that right now, so I'm just gonna abandon that real quick. and be a little bit distant. But so playing Destiny and the hours I have put in, I am at 261 light, okay? And it's kind of iffy to say if I think this game is worth $60 or if it's just worth 10, but I think at the moment, my own opinion, it's not worth the $60 you pay. I would say it would be if the guys were a little bit harder, but as you can see, I'm running around, jumping around, they're shooting me, but I'm not dying. I haven't died right now, like, come on. And the little things here and there that they put into the game to try to, like, the big enemies and stuff to try to stop you from, you know, doing whatever you're trying to do, it's kind of pointless when the AI is so trash. The first one wasn't as bad because the enemies, you could tell the enemies were difficult to kill here and there, and you know, you had a challenge-ish, okay, ish. That means it wasn't really much of a challenge, but it was supposed to be a challenge, you know? There's not as many cool exotics that you can actually get like the first Destiny. You could get these really cool exotics. People were trying to grind that level or, you know, that strike to get it. There's nothing there. You don't even have to actually do the strike to reach the highest point right now for the max power level. You don't even have to do that, which is kind of sad to say because, you know, in the first one, you had to grind. You had to grind. There was no choice between whether or not you had to or not. So, I think if they would have changed some things, like I said, some things like the shaders, man, they could easily just make that to where you would still be able to get that shader unlimited times on whatever piece of gear you wanted to add it to. You know, they could still do that. It's still a possibility, and I think they still need to do that. Now, are they going to do that? Probably not. It's probably not a possibility to them doing that, so... Holy shit, where am I? I don't even know where I ended up at, but... Recommended power 261? That's what I am. What the hell? Why are you telling me what mine is? But that chest over there I can go get now. So, I'm gonna go ahead and go get it, see what we get, and then we'll head over to do something else while I'm talking. There we go. So, the good thing about these ones as well is, if you don't want to be like, say here, I just walked all the way over here, I just done what I needed to get done, I don't have to stay here, honestly. Just go to the direct door, and there's different places that I can spawn, which is always good. And there's, you know, the little adventures here and there, and they're kind of easy, kind of not easy. You know, you do need some kind of help with you if you plan on doing things like that, but for the most part, it's kind of straightforward with what you would want to do, you know. So, but moving on, is this game worth $60? No. For me, I would be happy, and I think it would be a fair price at about, I think, 30, half of 60. And the reason is because $60 is a lot to pay for a game, okay? And on top of that, we're not even counting in the expansion pass. The expansion pass is going to make it a little bit different, because the expansion pass is going to cost even more. So, it's kind of iffy. I don't think it's worth it, though, at all. But some people like the grind more than others. I'm not a fan of the hourly hour grind. It's just not worth it to me. But to some people, it is. But feel free, if you like a grind, you do the grind, but I'm not. It's not worth it to me. So yeah, I don't think the game is worth the 60 bucks at all. I think maybe if they would have added a little bit more things to it, it would have been worth the 60 bucks, but from the way it sits, it's not worth 60 bucks at all. Why not put that on there? Looks pretty chill. So, but, you know, at the moment, there's no really glitch or something to get you, really the best gear. What is going on? It says to collect this. Okay, there we go. Now, it's, yeah, I mean, it's a game. It's a game. Now, PvP, I think PvP is totally worth it. It's a good gameplay. It's not horrible. It's not great, but it's not horrible either. I would play PvP for hours. Like, I'd still be playing it if I could. Which I can, but right now, I think I'm just gonna cruise around, see what I can get from loot, and just chill. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comment section, or get a hold of me by social media. My Snapchat is actually Darker Ink, no period. Don't type that whole thing in, it's just Darker Ink. You should be able to add me. Yeah. Other than that, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you guys have any questions on Destiny 2, and if this didn't give you any more information, literally any more information, ask any questions you guys want, because sometimes people, but Destiny 2, in my opinion, is worth about 20 to 60 bucks. There's not enough content to keep you going, especially because the campaign is only about 6.5 hours long. And, you know, the rest of it, you just have to grind yourself, and it's not even much of a grind, to be honest. You don't really have to grind to do anything for this game. Just hop in. If you see a public event, play it. Chances of getting something better than what you're wearing, or a better gun, is high. It's a high chance. So, you know, that's not really changed as much. It's still just about as easy as Destiny 1 was, to just go around killing enemies. But yeah, I hope it did give you kind of a general idea. So, if you guys have any questions, feel free. If you guys haven't already, subscribe, and